Hey, it's Don, the Auction Professor. Today, I'm just going to put this out there. You know, a lot of people wonder about eBay and are kind of surprised that it's not as easy. The question was, what have I gotten myself into? That is a big thing here. A lot of people don't realize what eBay is all about. They see people here selling and making a lot of money, and they assume that it's just something anybody can do and you can pop on. Yeah, anybody can do it, but unless you've got the mentality or the drive for it, it's going to be really hard. If you don't have a business mentality for it as well, it's just not going to be going your way properly. So again, it's a big package or deal to do eBay, and eBay is not an easy thing to do. That is the issue that most people realize rather quickly. That's part of the reason I can share and talk about things, because the majority, and I'm talking the vast majority of people that try out eBay will never make it to a point where they're running it as a full-time business. Just because they'll give up, they won't have the patience. They're just not into the business aspect of it. They can't separate their personal life from their business life, and they just are so frustrated over the whole issues. Again, some people just aren't into eBay, aren't into it. All they want is the money. You have to enjoy what you are doing for it to work properly. We enjoy what we do. I enjoy what I sell. I enjoy the time it gives me, the leeway, the money I make out of it. I enjoy the whole aspect of doing eBay. And if you don't enjoy it, don't do it. It's not going to be practical for you. You will always be aggravated. There's more to just making money. You have to enjoy it. You have to be happy with yourself, your life. You have to have time for your family and be able to delegate that properly. So again, there's much more to eBay than what most people understand. And most people, as I say, do give up at it. I've got a drive. If you've got a drive for this, you are going to succeed. The drive to get you there. And you have to have that vision. And I've talked about these before. These are like keys to any business. Any successful entrepreneur that's out there has a drive and a vision that they want out of it. Everyone. Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank, for example. A lot of people don't like him. He's one of my favorites. Mark Cuban's good too, don't get me wrong, but Mr. Wonderful is straight to the point and it's business oriented. It's not personal. It's not anything other than just a business deal for him. You know, I don't mention too much on TV or on shows. There's not many shows I watch, but I'm a business person. I do enjoy Shark Tank. I do enjoy Dragon's Den, the original show that came from that. So again, look at shows like that occasionally. See how the sharks are looking at the deals. See what they're thinking about things. Pay attention to what they talk about and the questions they ask. Now, some of it obviously is rigged for the show and set up, in my opinion, some of it. You know, some things they look the other way and don't discuss, like when, you know, there's potential. But for me, it's all business. You know, I'm blunt. I'm straight to the point. That's the issue here. You've got to be able to separate your life from a business life to a personal life. And you got to realize that this is a lot of work. You know, what have you gotten yourself into? You got yourself into something that can make your life easier and more enjoyable if you enjoy what you're doing. But, you know, if you're getting into this for the wrong reason, just to make a lot of money, you know, yeah, you can make a lot of money, but if you're not enjoying it, you know, it's just going to make your life miserable around it. Why am I doing eBay and not working for somebody else? Because I didn't enjoy working for somebody else. I wasn't happy. I didn't get any fulfillment out of that whatsoever. I feel like I've wasted my life doing that, working for somebody else. So again, know what you're going to get out of this. Realize from the start that this is going to be a long process to make a lot of money. To make a career out of eBay is a long, drawn-out ordeal. It's taken us 6 years of full-time, only doing eBay, 60-plus hours a week to get to where we're at, to advance the business to 7 sites, to multiple sites or multiple places of revenue for us. To have multiple revenue streams coming in has taken a long time. It's not some flash in the pan. It also takes the work of many people to get this far. Yes, you can get to where I'm at with just one person. It is very possible. You know, you won't have as much overhead. You won't have people. You won't have labor. So yeah, there's many factors involved, but it's going to take you time. You know, I know there are people out there that only have a handful of items on that are making a good fortune on it, but they've got marketing. They're paying for advertising. There's also a big difference between what they are making and what they're selling. So, example, if you're selling $1 million worth of product, you may only be making $60,000 or $70,000 take home on that $1 million. You know, and that is not, you know, some strange amount of money to make from that much. That is not something that's can't happen to you. You know, obviously the more you make, the better. But selling is one thing. Like if you're drop shipping, you know, $1 million in sales, sales doesn't equate to $1 million in revenue. Drop shipping, you have to sell a lot because your margins are so small. So let's say you sell something for $100, you may only make $5 on that item, and having to deal with all the other issues with it. So, keep that in mind. So $1 million in sales may only equate to $50,000, $100,000 in profit. Yeah, that's still good money. But again, sales means nothing if you're not making a profit to compensate for that. And as I've said, we make 80% profit on everything. And that's after all fees, all taxes, all labor, all purchases, all eBay fees, Amazon fees, or PayPal fees. But we only sell certain items. I don't mess with items that I have to sink a lot of money into that may not have the potential. I get everything really cheap. Not everything, but the majority of what we sell are really cheap, $1 or less for the most part. I buy things that most people think are junk or don't think have values. I'm better at marketing those things than other people because I've done it. I've got the name recognition. I've got the feedback to back it all up. We've got years on doing this. So again, it's a package deal. You've got yourself into something that can change your life if you handle it properly and have the drive and vision. Hopefully that gave you some thoughts and some ideas. If you enjoyed it, please just hit the like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified when I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell a friend.